Hello everyone, I do apologize for me having to do a second one of these, but I did have audio issues on the first one, so here we go. My name is Carson Dale. I'm very pleased to meet you all, and I hope you like my introduction. This is my first year in graduate school. I just graduated in May 2024 with the interdisciplinary liberal arts degree. Please do not ask me to say it again, because I do struggle to do so. Um, I look forward to this class. I do want to mention one of the questions I was asked was, what is our formal education in ethics studies? And unfortunately, I do lack some formal education in ethics studies, if I could talk. So that is one of the reasons I wanted to take this class, is because I do have minimal experience in this, but I do want to mention that my experience in general is as a writer. So I do want to see how I can contribute to the class discussions as a writer. And I've worked on a few small projects here and there. And throughout the semester, if you guys want to hear about it, I can share some of that with you. I've never been a head writer, but that is one of my goals. And one of the reasons I'm pursuing this master's degree is because I want to be a better leader and I want to learn about that. And I do think ethics and morals are really important within that. So I wanted to include that. And I'll go on to my next part. And for this next part, what I want to talk about is, what does the right thing mean to me? And what's interesting is I just turned in my ethical situation story, so I can talk about that a little bit more. I talked about my situation as a writer and how I saw that somebody else's work wasn't being used as much as it should be, and I put it into my own work and I built upon it, and some people thought it as my own. And I could have taken the credit for it, but I thought what the right thing to do was give that person credit, because ultimately we are a team, and it does matter to me that we all get the credit, because I could only imagine how I would feel in their situation. So what the right thing means to me is upholding moral standards and doing the right thing. And what I also want to talk about is the difference between laws and the ethics. So laws are legal, is what we know as what you have to do if you do not want to go to jail, be fined, or anything like that. And it can vary from state, but it is pretty defined in definition, and we know that. And what makes that different from ethics is ethics can be different from person to person. What I see as ethical, you can see as non-ethical, and vice versa. And so what's different from that, the law is lawfully, in my example, I could have taken her work and used it as my own because she didn't copyright or anything like that. But ethically, I did feel morally wrong to do so because, like I said, I could only know how I feel in her shoes. And I'd be very upset if someone took my work, especially if I put so much time into it. And like I said, people weren't utilizing it as much as it should be. And when you're in a rush, somebody who is the head writer, they take the advantage or they take the lead, and some other people's work gets left in the background and maybe will never be used. And this was something that I thought may never get used, and I had some free time and I wanted to build upon it. But like I said, morally, ethically, I thought it was wrong. So that's one thing I want to talk about, the right thing to do, because I do think that's very important. And I think in this class I'll learn more and more ethically what's the right thing to do and how that how's that different from laws. Again, I do want to apologize for me having to do a second version of this and it being a little different from everyone else's, but I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope some of you saw this. Thank you again, and I can't wait for the rest of the semester.